Happy Saturday, everybody. February 1st, off to a new month. Welcome to another episode of the Best Self Weekly podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, joined with our other host, Jamal. Jamal, happy Saturday, bro. What's up?
Man, nothing much. Like you said, start of a new month, so it's definitely a blessing, so I'm looking forward to, what this month will bring.
Me too, bro. Isn't it crazy? It's already February.
Oh no, and watch how fast this month goes by also.
Dang. I mean, did it go by fast for you or slow? Because I know, one person will be like, oh, this month flew by. And sometimes other person's like, nah, bro, this was like the longest month of my life.
Yeah, I did hear some people say that the month went by like kind of slow for them, but like for me, maybe it's because like I was just like, so busy, I always had something to do. I feel like the month of January kind of flew by.
Yeah. For me, it did for sure, man. I mean, would you be down to give like a monthly recap? Like, I'm trying to think. Like, let's see, this month, I mean, Jamal, this past month, thinking back to it, and I didn't prepare anything to talk about this, so I'm still kind of waking up. My mind's like for the caffeine to kick in, but let's see. This morning, bro, I mean, not this morning, this month, we basically kind of went all in on the podcast. This was our first legit month of really recording a lot of episodes,
A
like
lot
me
of
and
content.
you.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just want to thank you, bro, for, your time. You're such a freaking busy man, bro, involved in coaching, in basketball and your teaching career and all your other entrepreneur ideas and businesses you're involved in. And, you obviously have a son, but I appreciate you still making time to just honestly put in the work this month with me. So thank you.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And likewise, like I said, I appreciate you, bringing me on to this show, So it's definitely been a blessing, So, and like I said, I appreciate you also, for your time as well, you know what I mean? So, like, I couldn't do what I'm doing if it wasn't for you as well, So, like I said, it's definitely been a blessing, bro, for sure.
Yeah. And I don't know the exact number. I'd have to look back, but I feel like out of the 31 days of January, we probably recorded on maybe like 20 to 25 of those days.
Yeah, for sure. Then there's also some days where I can even hop on the episode and you still held it down, to interview other people. So, like I said, things like that, went a long way. And, I give you your flowers and I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, man. Was there last month a certain topic or episode we did that stuck out that you remember that was your favorite?
Uh, I feel like every episode, I always enjoy every episode because, like I said, there's something that I get a chance to, learn from you about and stuff as well. And we get a chance to, educate others, spiritually or, whatever we watch, sports related and stuff as well. So I always enjoy any episode that we do, it's like I said, especially because, we're, just spreading light.
Yeah, for sure, bro. We really are. And yeah, it was a great month. We had a lot of guests on the show. We're up to I mean, we have a lot we still have to put out, but we're for sure past 50, probably in the 60s once everything's, caught up. So that's pretty cool,
Yeah, for sure. We've been grinding, man, and we go continue grinding as well. So this is for sure going to be a big year, a great year. Not only for us, but like I said, we're just trying to help continue changing lives.
Yeah, for sure, bro. All right, Jamal, I wanted to ask you, man, what does your typical Saturday look like? I know you're busy during the week for sure, but what's your approach for Saturdays? Do you view it as a day off? Do you view it as like a day to get a bunch of stuff done? What's
Yeah, I'll like me, like I still always wake up early. I'll wake up early before my son wakes up, and I'll still try to knock out some things that I have to get done. And then as soon as he wakes up, then the day is usually just all about him on Saturdays. We'll watch like morning cartoons. I make him his breakfast, and then he wants to get out the house. He wants to go to like Chuck E. Cheese or like to a park or wherever, like just to get out the house and have some fun. So my days on weekends is usually just always centered around him. And then in the meantime, like if I could get some extra work in or whatever on the side, then I try. Whether like if he like decides to take a nap or something like that. then yeah, I'll try to get some work done. But for the most part, it's just it's all about him.
For sure. Well, that's cool, man. Yeah, you have a son, so you got to get out of the house, do some fun things. I like the cartoons, watch little cartoons in the morning,
Yeah,
and obviously still work, find opportunities to put in work. One thing I like about you, Jamal, is you're up super early, and it's like it's just 8:30 a.m. We're knocking out an episode Saturday morning. It's cool. It's cool that you're up early and we can just knock these things out.
oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
And I don't know, I guess in terms of a topic to talk about today with self-improvement or just being, your best self. I'm reading this book right now and it talks about um, what's blocking you? What's blocking you from being the best version of yourself? Or is there a certain distraction? Um, what does that mean? What's blocking you from being that best version of yourself? And I really been thinking about that. And for me, my situation, just to be open and real, one of the biggest distractions that blocks me from being my best self at times, I feel like is social media, is
Me
learning
too.
how to not hating on social media, right? But it's just I don't know. Sometimes I get distracted with my phone. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I've already been on my phone for 5 minutes. I just lost 5 minutes in the day. So something that I would suggest, because we like to talk a lot about taking action, is if you feel like something is blocking you from being your best self, really think about your life and identify what that is. And if it's something to do with your phone, you feel like you're being really distracted by it. Something I've been trying to practice is no phone for like the first hour of the morning. And
Yes,
like I understand some people work best, they hop on their phone, they start working immediately. If that works for you, cool. But for me, I've been trying to try to stay off my phone as much as I can. And I don't know, like I take some of my supplements in the morning, and then I'll try to read 10 pages, however long that takes me, sometimes more. I'll try to journal a little bit, whatever, take a shower. And then by then it's almost sometimes an hour has passed. I'm like, okay, I started the day off right. So, Jamal, do you have anything to say about that? Like, there's a lot of things that could block someone from being their best self.
yeah, for sure. And like I'm a victim of it also. You know what I mean? Like I said, I get caught on being on social media too much at times. So that's something that I definitely want to try to fast from soon. And it's kind of hard because like some of the business stuff that I do on social media. So once I start once I get on there and I start knocking out some business, then that's when I start scrolling. And once I catch myself scrolling, then I'm like, all right, what am I doing? Like use this time to put it in somewhere else. Like you know what I mean? So, but I definitely agree, and I like the everything that you do. Like you said, not try to get on your phone for the first hour. That's something that I feel like I also have to do a better job at. Even it don't even have to be for an hour. It could just be like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It doesn't matter. As long as you just don't get on your phone right when you wake up and then you get, you align with, God and everything, then I feel like you will have a way more amazing day than you will instead of just, starting off your day, you know, in the worldly things like social media, like we're talking about, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I was trying to journal and write a little bit about this. So, what's blocking you from getting more stuff done slash being the best version of yourself? When something is blocking you, your motivation and self-confidence begin to dry up. So I feel like that's so true, right? And sometimes in our life, we might feel like we have a lack of like motivation or like our self-confidence kind of goes downhill and we're like why do I feel like that? But if we're able to like dissect and think about the possible things that are blocking us, like it doesn't even have to be a phone. It could be um
TV, it could be, I don't know, it could be women. It could be, I don't know. It
yeah,
could be anything. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like,
yeah, another one, you're so right. Another one for me is um like if you sleep in, right? And what I've noticed is just getting up 1 hour earlier, you can get so much more done in that one
yeah,
hour. I
yeah,
mean, it's very simple. Like I've been really trying to, learn how I operate best, trying to like really track my time and see when I'm like most productive or when I like procrastinate stuff. And even just getting like three things done, just again getting up an hour early, getting just a few things done, like that just I feel like builds momentum for your day. It's
Yeah,
kind
for
of,
sure. Yeah,
just
for sure. Um, this past week, what I've been trying to do because they reopened our sauna here. And
hey,
then I've been getting in the sauna before work, you know what I mean? I get like 5 in the morning, no one's in there, so it's been literally perfect for me. I'll go in there for like 45 minutes, you know what I mean? And that's how I've been starting my day the last couple of days, and it's been amazing. And I noticed like I have more energy. Um, I don't know, I just felt better, like spiritually, just emotionally, like I felt like I was able to uplift, everyone around me. I was like had like a smile on my face. I wasn't sluggish. I wasn't, like tired or any of that, you know what I mean? Just by like you said, waking up early, going to the gym, you know what I mean? Just doing something that you may not have done prior to that, so
right, right. And honestly, by you doing that, I feel like in a way it'll take some pressure off of you during the day. What I mean by that is, let's say you want to hit the sauna, but you sleep in an extra hour and you're like, oh my gosh, now I'm gonna have to hit the sauna after work. And then you plan your day and you're like, okay, after work, I'm gonna rush to the sauna and I'm gonna rush to take care of my son and then rush to this job and then blah, blah, blah. But if you can just knock that sauna out first, it's like a weight off your shoulders. It's just it's something simple you can do, like go sit in the sauna. It's drink a little extra water in the morning. I try to drink my little, hydrogen water, a little tablet I put in my water. Just drink that, just do a few things, brush my teeth, and I just feel like it takes a little um, pressure off me for some reason. Just as simple as that sounds. Like,
no, that's true.
and what I notice is when you do stuff like that, your motivation and self-confidence slowly kind of start to pick up. Like you can go to work, if you go in the sauna, right? You go to work, in the back of your mind, you already know you took care of, your physical health today. That
Yeah,
yeah, you got those toxins out of your body. And it's just
yeah.
all right. I don't care if I even if I have the worst day ever, at least you took care of your body, you know?
That's true. That's true. But I feel like when you do, when you start your day off like that, I feel like it kind of like propels your day, like it uplifts your day. I would say like you're just gonna have a better day. Like you won't be stressed out. You won't be like, I don't know. I just
Yeah.
feel like you'll just be, like more uplifted, when you start your day off on a positive note like that, you know what I mean? So rather than, like you said, waking up an hour later and then not being able to go to the gym or do certain things that you need to do and try to procrastinate or procrastinate with it. And then like, I don't know how it is for you, but, for me, a lot of times when I plan things, it don't go as planned. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, okay, let me get up early so I can knock certain things out. So then, like you were talking about, after work or whatever like that. What if I'm not able to get in the sauna or do certain things that already had planned? Then that's when you start feeling overwhelmed, stressed out, things like that. But if you wake up a little bit earlier and knock the things out that you can earlier before you get your day started, I guess you could say, then I just feel like you would be at peace the whole day because there's nothing that that you're worrying about.
Yeah, exactly. And um whatever it is, man, if it's sauning in the sauna, reading, like you said, it's gonna help you start your day off better and you're gonna feel inspired, you're gonna feel uplifted, motivated to be just a better person. So, um, whatever it is for anybody listening, really think about what's blocking you, like how you can be better. Think about the things that you want to do on a daily basis, and that simply could mean just getting up 30 minutes earlier or an hour earlier, or it could mean maybe ending your day by not being on your phone.
That too.
Sometimes
Yeah, that too. Going
some
to bed earlier, just little things, just different habits that you could do to create a better life for yourself.
yeah. So the two biggest things that I've noticed sometimes block me from being, the best version of myself is just getting distracted on that phone too much. So the solution to that is put screen limits on your phone or just don't go on it the first 20 to 30 minutes of the day or the last 20 to 30 minutes of the day. And then number two, would probably be honestly, sometimes I sleep in and then I've noticed when I get that extra hour of more stuff, I end up either like doing extra podcast with Jamal or reading, just knocking that stuff out. So
Yeah, yeah.
that just stood out to me, the word block. Like what's blocking you?
I
What's
feel like
block?
everyone has something that's blocking them, like you said, and are distracting them, whatever word that you want to use, you know what I mean? So, but the biggest thing about it is knowing what it is that's distracting you and how you're going to move forward, like you're talking about, you know. So,
So true. Yeah, man. That's It's a cool topic. I feel like we could talk a lot about that, but that was kind of the self improvement mindset thing I just, wanted to share.
yeah,
But yeah, man. But before we started, me and Jamal were kind of talking about health and PRP and cell shots. I just this weekend got a lot of them, so I'm kind of sore, but I feel really blessed to have gotten those done. I know Jamal, you've gotten some of those shots in your hand, trying to heal those up with your hand injury.
yeah,
Um, I just want to say, like, I feel like we're extremely blessed to be living in these times where they have this technology to even give you a chance of healing without surgery, right?
yeah,
I'm going through some back injuries, hip, glute stuff from overdoing it a little. Um, and some of the doctors just wanted me to get surgery at a young age, but it's really cool to be living in a time where they have these other solutions. So,
yeah, most definitely. And I feel like it's even more amazing that God puts certain people in our lives, you know, like far as like doctors, you know, someone that, you know, we don't even know the doctor like that, but you know, they they have like been having our best interests, you know what I mean? So it's just like it's nobody but God, because we could have got stuck with another doctor that probably really didn't care as much, you know what I mean? So and that's the scary part, you know. So for sure, both of us have been very fortunate when it's come to, you know, our injuries like that. You know?
right, yeah. So those shots, I also hate shots, bro.
Me
Just the
too.
thought,
I
even
cannot stand needles.
I look away, I don't look at them, especially even just getting my blood drawn. I hate
I
it.
hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And when I was getting my PRP injections, it seemed like I don't know how it was for you, but it's like for me, they kept like missing like my vein or whatever. Like, oh, we're gonna have to continue doing it again. I'm like, bro, you just took out this blood. Like, come on.
I know.
So
Well, they did it great this time, first try, easy. But the first time I went to get the PRP and cell shots, the dude messed up like 5 times, bro.
oh,
I
that
don't know
sucks,
what.
man.
Yeah, I don't know why he did, but he literally messed up 5 times. I was like, bro, come
I
on.
know, I know the feeling. I do.
That was even before the shots, so it's kind of long.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So if you have no idea what PRP or cell shots are, I would suggest looking them up. It's really interesting to learn about them. They'll draw your blood, um, and spin it, and then put a bunch of cells, like it could be billions of cells, and give you a shot, and then hopefully it'll help you heal after. It takes a couple months for sure, more than a couple months, sometimes up to a year or more. I think at least 3 to 12 months, if I'm not wrong.
Well, it definitely helps me. Like I said, the reason why I got that PRP injection is because I didn't want to go over the route of getting surgery. You know what I mean? So the injections definitely helped me. You know,
Yeah. Anything to avoid the surgery,
no, seriously.
for real. But yeah, man, I mean, it's just interesting that thing, but I'm trying to think because so we flew out yesterday, flew out Thursday, flew back yesterday, got back last night, just getting back into the groove of things here at home. So I didn't really watch too much sports this past week. Did you watch any sports, Jamal?
No, I really didn't get a chance. I watched some college basketball, but other than that, I didn't really watch too much sports. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And the college basketball that I watched was just my former players that I used to coach when they were in high school. You know, so I always got to support them. You know, now that they're at the next level at the college level. So,
Nice.
yeah.
That's cool, bro. Where are they playing at?
I watched one of my former players, Keyshawn Gilbert. He's a starting point guard at Iowa State.
Oh, no.
And he's actually in a Player of the Year running the conversation. So he's having a great season. He's having a great season. He's been playing really well since he's been at Iowa State. They played against Arizona the other day, and it went to like overtime, double overtime, something like that. It was a really, really good game, you
Is
know.
that the
And then,
game? Is that the game where Arizona hit some crazy
yeah,
beater?
yeah,
For sure.
yeah, yeah. And Iowa State is one of the best teams in the nation right now. So, and actually they have two local Vegas kids on their team on the starting lineup. So it's pretty amazing to see, them having so much success, man. So that's really good that they're putting on for the city. And then another game I was able to watch was Houston. Um, their starting point guard as well is from Las Vegas. He went to Desert Pines High School out here in Vegas. So I just got a chance to watch them play. And he actually won. His name is Milos Uzan. He won National Player of the Week. So the Vegas players are doing really really like good big things, at the next level. So it's just a blessing, to be a part of their of their journey.
Wow. What's interesting is Houston sports are all of a sudden doing really good, right? Like
Yeah.
the Texans the past couple of years have made it to the playoffs when
Yep.
they struggled, man. And then all of a sudden Houston, it's been a couple of like years, but they Houston basketball, the University of Houston, like didn't they almost make it to the
Yeah, they've been playing really well these past few years. Their coach definitely turned the program around. So yeah,
yeah,
they're doing really well, man.
nice. And then now the Rockets are like
The Rockets are playing really well. Also, yeah, you're right. You're right. They're a team in the NBA that's going to be slept on. I don't know because they're so young and they're hungry. They don't have anything to lose right now, so they're just going out there and playing hard every game. So which is good. Which is good. That's good for the game. I wish more teams would play as hard as they do. But they have a great coach also. I feel like coaching is everything.
right, yeah, it's everything. And speaking of college basketball, biggest rival considered the biggest rivalry in sports today. Duke plays UNC college basketball.
Yeah, I got to tune into that. Then, what time does it start?
Starts at 3:30 our time. Duke,
Okay, I gotta. Who do you got?
I got Duke. Duke's ranked number two. They're 18-2. North Carolina's like 13-9. They're not even ranked.
Okay.
Cooper,
Now Duke, yeah, Cooper Flag, he's really good. He's probably going to be honestly like the top pick in the draft. Um,
dude,
yeah, this will be a good game.
he dunked so hard on someone a couple weeks ago, man. He's a beast.
Yeah, he is, man. He is. So, and then I know he's going to be real good. I mean, he was a great high school player, also, obviously, but over the summer when he played with the Olympics players and stuff, like Olympic team, and he played really well against them. And he was only like a teenager playing against like LeBron and Steph and all these players like that, and really holding his own. So I was like, okay, this kid is special then. So I knew he's going to do good things at Duke. So I'm interested to see what type of NBA career he's going to have when he gets drafted.
Yeah, me too. Because he's
Yeah,
killing it. He's killing it.
yeah. But with all that being said, I'm gonna still have to roll with North Carolina today because I always like North Carolina. So between that rivalry, Duke North Carolina, I'm gonna have to go with North Carolina. North Carolina, even though Duke is having a little bit better season so far. But I like the underdogs. You got to go with the underdog.
Yeah. I love rooting for underdogs.
Yeah,
I do like all the time, unless I don't like the other team. But like
yeah,
99% of the time, I'm going underdog.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so it should be a good one. It should definitely be a good one. That's like you said. That's to me, in my opinion, as well. I feel like that's the biggest rivalry in college basketball. Is Duke Carolina.
Yeah. Speaking of that, bro, I don't know. Sometimes I like to, well, especially my wife, like look up just like random cool houses like all across USA. Like use Zillow, like just I don't know, look at houses and North Carolina has some really cool houses. If you just go to North Carolina, they have like these cool like mansions and just beautiful homes. It's way more affordable than here.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I've been to Charlotte before. That was the only time I was in North Carolina, and it was real nice. It was real nice out there.
Yeah, I've never been, but it was kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe one day my dream home will be there. I was like trying to, I don't know, set some goals for the future.
Yeah, there's a lot of places I feel like that's a lot cheaper than here in Vegas. I've been looking into Texas, that market out there, because I know it's cheaper as well.
Yeah, Texas too. Also
Hmm.
Texas. Georgia too.
Georgia. Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah. Georgia, yeah. But I don't know. It's kind of fun to like look at random houses and try to manage
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Um, yeah, bro. Let's see. And then in terms of faith or spirituality, has there been anything on your mind lately, or like anything you read or heard that touched your heart?
Anything that I read or heard this week that touched my heart. I'm not gonna say anything that I read that touched my heart, but it was something that I heard. Yes, it was just some of the students, just hearing them this week, just because on Tuesday when I went back to work, I asked them, asked the students, how many of them been praying over the over the past weekend, and if they had attended church and stuff like that. And some of them said that they did pray and that they had like attended church and stuff as well. And some of the students, honestly, I didn't even expect them to, respond that way. But the fact that they said that they have been praying, it kind of like made me feel, good, because like, it's like um, some of the stuff that, like I could see that I've been like talking to them about. I could honestly see like, I'm having an impact. I'm making an impact in their lives. So just to hear like how just little things that they're saying about spiritually, about God, is just, it has been amazing. Like I said, there's been some students that I never thought that, I didn't even know that they even believed in God, honestly. But so that they hear them, speak about him, it said, it made me feel really good.
Hopping back on, bro. Um, for sure. My bad. I had to
Oh
go to
no,
so bad, bro.
oh no, you good, bro.
But like a quick recap though, what was the thing that you shared? I heard a
Uh, yeah, just the students. They've been telling me that they've been praying more, and some of them said they went to church last Sunday and stuff as well. So that kind of made me feel, pretty good. Especially because like I said some of the students, I didn't expect them to say that they, have been praying and stuff. And so there's little things like that. So I was just trying to pick their brain. Oh, okay. How much have you been praying? Did you pray like in the morning when you first woke up, or at night? And that's what they were saying. Well, yeah, we prayed in the morning, and we prayed when we ate. Dinner, stuff like that. And we pray before bed. So just little things like that. I see like the steps that they're taking and try to, become, their better self. So that those are the type things that's making me proud. You know what I mean? So I feel like if I could continue like working on them, then who knows like where the relationship with God could be.
nice. That's cool, man. It's cool to hear different people's perspective on God and like things that they're doing, especially like younger people,
Yeah.
like they're a lot more wise and smarter than we think sometimes.
Yeah, but a lot of times too, I feel like that with the younger generation, and like I was a victim of it too. Even though like I grew up into church, I feel like as a kid I didn't apply it the way that I should have outside of church. This is the type of things that I noticed with this generation. So, the ones that that's starting to pray now, it's like okay, that's pretty cool because like I said before, they never even thought about praying. You know what I mean? They're just so wrapped up into their own lives, which I get it at their age because they're still trying to figure out, who they are, who they're trying to become, and things of that nature. So the fact that they're, taking more time to, make time for God, it means a lot.
Yeah. I was reading this article, just really simple, right? And I really like it because it talks a lot about like faith, like your classic teachings from God that I'm sure everyone's heard before, but they're so powerful. Like I'll share a couple. It's one of them is your life has purpose and meaning. And just like the fact that we are here for a reason. We didn't come to Earth for an accident. We're here for a specific purpose. There's no way that we just, at the snap of a fingers, just somehow arrived here, just going through the motions. Like we're really here for a specific reason.
Yeah,
Um, so I love that. And then I really feel like God wants us to, another one was God wants us to be happy and have joy.
yeah,
And I feel like the way we do that is, putting him at the center of our lives and just trying to be the best version of ourselves every day, and putting in the work, putting in the discipline to achieve that. And the third one was life is a time for you to learn and to grow. And I really feel like that one's like so crucial because we have to experience hard things for us to learn and grow. Like we have to fail, we have to keep going. And I feel like with any experience, if we turn to God, it can be, for our benefit, whether it's like an injury or something bad happens, like with the perspective um, from like a spiritual faith driven perspective, we can use all those things somehow for our advantage, a learning.
Exactly. Like you
So
said, that's where our faith comes in, So, and that's funny you say that because, Kashif and I were actually talking about that, a little bit last night is, in order to have some type of success, you have to have some adversity. We were at Roger's game yesterday when we were discussing that, and and we were just relating it to like athletes though, and because a lot of athletes these days, we were talking about, as soon as they hit, some type of adversity, they want to like change schools or whatever it is, blame the coach instead of getting back in the gym or whatever it is and working harder, and those was just like little things that we were talking about because growing up for us, you know we weren't allowed to just continue changing schools when things didn't go our way, you know what I mean? So it's like, and that's why like you and I, we talk about all the time how sports carries over to life, and that's real. And that's real. You have to have some type of adversity to, become, to have any type of success. And that's real, you know?
yeah, what for me, I don't know. It's a lot of mental adversity too. I feel like there's a lot of
Honestly, I feel like the mental adversity could be just as strong as, anything else, any other type of adversity. And that's real because, like I said, our mind is our biggest tool, you know what I mean? So we have to keep that the sharpest, you know what I mean? So if you have any type of mental adversity, that's like we were talking about, previously on other episodes, go speak with somebody, go to a therapist, go to, a family member, just go to somebody, a mentor, somebody that you trust, go to God, pray. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like you have to keep your mind sharp because there's so many distractions, there's so many things that's going on, in this world. The main thing you have to keep your mind sharp
yeah,
or you'll go crazy. You'll have anxiety. You'll go crazy.
yeah, yeah. I got to keep your mind sharp. Keep keep it sharp. And I feel like that kind of ties into what we started talking about, um, whatever's blocking you from being that best version of yourself. That is why you need to keep your mind sharp, is
Yeah,
because that doesn't happen so you don't get blocked. And if you do get blocked, your self-confidence will go down, your lack of motivation will go downhill.
yeah.
And yeah,
But
man.
that's why it's important, like you said. You've been trying to wake up, an hour early and not get on your phone to start your day, just so you could get other things accomplished. And when you are able to do those things, then that's when you will keep your mind sharp. You know what I mean? That's those are steps, those are ways of keeping your mind sharp. Rather than breaking up and first thing you do is scroll on your phone. That's you starting off your day distracted. You know what I mean? Rather than aligning yourself, connecting yourself, spiritually first. That's the most important thing right there. So
Yeah, for sure. And then, sometimes just talking about your problems, either with a therapist or a mentor or a partner, it's also very important.
it's very important.
Yeah, I like that. Just keeping your mind sharp. Whatever you have to do to keep your mind sharp. There's thousands of things you can do. Um, I've always noticed that keeping my stuff like even my bathroom or my room, the bedroom, whatever it is, the kitchen, just clean, like a physical clean place, I feel like helps my mind be more clean.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I've always felt like that, even
Yeah,
though naturally I'm really messy and stuff. Like my room can get so messy so quick, my little office, but whenever I feel like it's clean, I feel like it helps me.
yeah, for sure. Likewise.
Same with my car. Whenever like my car is messy, I just don't feel mentally sharp.
I know it's like those are the two things. My house and my car, I have to keep clean like at all times. Like, it's just something. There's just something about it. Like,
Yeah. Because of these PRP, these cell shots, right? I'm supposed to I got 11 of them and I'm supposed to kind of lay low. Doctor said not to work out a lot. Maybe I can do a little stuff like swim a little, do some bands. I can like go in the sauna after a couple of days, right? And I'm viewing this as an opportunity to really try to sharpen my mind, right? Because physically, if I get a good workout in, I get sweaty, all this stuff, that is like how I cope with stress. That's how I sharpen my mind. Um, that's how I, that's like a really good built-in discipline thing that transfers to all other areas of my life. And since I'm not going to be able to do that as much this next month while waiting for everything to get in my system, I'm seeking opportunities to sharpen my mind. So I know it's not just about working out. You can do a lot of stuff to sharpen your mindset. So some people might not get it, but even keeping your car clean, your house clean, staying on top of your simple to do tasks is another way to keep your mind very sharp.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing I want to say to you, bro, like, because you're going through all of this, is I want to say I'm proud of you because, like you said, you're keeping your mind sharp. You're doing other things. There's other things that you could do while you're going through this, to, become or continue tapping into your, better version, So everything that you're doing, bro, I just want to say that, I'm proud of you. Keep working hard, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, everything, continue keeping God first and just always remember that God won't, put you through anything that, that you can't handle. You know what I mean? He's always there, right there with you. You know what I mean? So you will overcome it. Like I said, bad days, storm, it won't last forever. So there's light at the end of the tunnel for sure.
Yeah, it's so true. And whatever trial it is, with this, just because I can't work out hard, um, it's all about how you view something, man. I'm gonna view it as opportunity to sharpen my mindset and get better at a few other things that don't involve working out.
Amen.
And I know you have done a lot of that as you've transitioned from not playing professional basketball anymore, using your talents and um, putting your focus in other things that are blessing other people, but still fulfilling like your life purpose, coaching and
Yeah.
mentoring other people. So yeah, how has that been, Trent? Like, because we had one of our guests on, I don't even remember who, might have been Richard, when I was like, I asked him how after, being like a lead scorer at Colorado, playing professional basketball, just being a great player, and all of a sudden it's done, how he transfers his, mental energy and mindset and that like dog inside of him into something else. But Jamal, how's your process been? Because how long ago did you retire again?
I retired last summer. Yeah, I retired last summer for good. After I finished in Mexico, I tried to go to Mexico and play for a little bit. My hand wasn't the same, so after that, I just called it quits. Um, but it's been a process. I'm gonna say that it's been a process. At the very beginning, it was frustrating because like I said, I was dealing with an injury. I didn't know how to cope with that, and still like 'cause I still wanted to play and stuff as well. But then as more time went on, like I said, I just got more and more and back into the Bible, kept praying stuff like that, and then God just gave me the answer, and He just kept putting people in my life that allow me to do what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? So honestly, I didn't think that I would be, teaching or anything. Like I knew I would go into like coaching, but I didn't think I would be like teaching or anything like that. So like everything that God has, placed in my life, bro, it's just I just thank him, because like I said, I didn't have this vision at all, So now that all this have come to pass, man, I'm just so blessed, so thankful, appreciative of it, because I see the work that God, I see how He's working through me. You know what I mean? So it's like He's working through me, and bring just having other kids, other people draw near closer to him, so it's just like it's just been amazing, like that a year ago I could never guess this, even with our podcast, because I've always been like a naturally like quiet person, so I didn't really like speaking like that unless I really like knew you like that. So like public speaking, I really didn't care for. So that's when like last year, this time you couldn't have told me I would be doing the things that I'm doing now. But like I said, I'm just so blessed, bro, because like I see how God he had to make me uncomfortable. He had to make me comfortable of being uncomfortable, if that makes sense, you
Yeah,
know. So
that does make sense, bro. And yeah, man, whatever it is, you gotta, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, like you said, and I feel like God has our backs. He acknowledges us when we try harder. He loves effort. That's one of my favorite quote. Like the Lord loves effort.
that was effort, yeah, for sure, for sure. And then since I retired too, I just been looking at it like, man, I accomplished everything I needed to accomplish. So it's like, why not try to just help, the next generation accomplish the things that they want to accomplish? You know what I mean? Whether no matter what it is, that they want to do. So that's why like I go to the schools and talk to them and things of that nature. Because it's like if I can make it out of Vegas, the same place that they are in, like they could do it as well. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to bring some type of hope to them.
Yeah, I love that, bro. And circling back, what's blocking you from being the best version of yourself? What's blocking you from getting more stuff done? And I want everybody to think about that question and apply it to the area of life that they need it the most. Because with this, we didn't even mention that this applies spiritually too. This this could be with your health. If you want to be healthier and there's something that's blocking you, your eating habits, you're drinking too much sugar, figure it out. If it's spiritually, you're talking like you're not supposed to talk, you're looking at stuff you shouldn't be looking at, you're lying, whatever it is, if it's whether it's a life business, like why aren't you getting your business to-do list done? What's why are you playing on your phone too much? Like whatever it is, sit with yourself, think of solutions, and I promise you that you will figure out at least one thing that you can do that will allow you to not be as blocked, that will allow you to just become a little bit closer to being the best version of yourself. And I don't know, Jamal, if you have a specific call to action or invitation, but today that's mine. Ask yourself, what the heck is blocking me? What is it? And
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. And then also, like you said, everyone has, at least one thing that's blocking them, and if you don't know what it is, pray about it, try, God will give you the answers, he will convict you of, the things that, what's blocking you, and then once you figure out what's blocking you, then go ahead and get to work, write it down and write out the steps of how you're gonna, how you're gonna improve, you know what I mean? And like I said, it could just take small steps, whether it's, a day or a week or whatever like that, 30 days. Just take small steps to just try to better yourself. So then all the distractions or what is distracting you won't continue distracting you anymore. You know what I mean? But like just the most important part is to figure out what it is that's distracting you.
yeah, and Jamal, man, there's a story I just want to share to close this thing out, right? There's a basketball player, uh, I don't know, he's been an all-star a lot. He won a finals MVP. Name Andre Iguodala, right?
Yeah.
He's a huge name. And he asked himself, what's blocking him? What's blocking me from being the best version of myself? And he did it during the NBA finals. It was actually LeBron who blocked him. He came up and LeBron was blocking him. He came up and backboarded. And I'm just
Literally, yeah, for
kidding.
sure.
I'm just kidding, bro. I don't know what that came to my mind.
Now, Andre was a great player, man. And honestly, too, I just heard that they're going to retire his number, and it's well deserved. Yeah.
At
Yeah.
Golden State.
Yeah, Golden State. He was a great player everywhere he played. You know what I mean? I know he played in like Philly with Iverson, and I think he went to like Denver and stuff as well for a little bit. But yeah, he was a beast. He
Dude,
was real good.
that just reminds me of the days I played 2K as a kid, a teenager, and he like back then when he was on the 76ers. Well, wait,
Super athletic. He was super athletic.
dude, honestly, I think that guy looks just like LeBron. Like he's built like LeBron. Kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
So athletic, bro. And
yeah. He was.
didn't so okay, he played with Allen Iverson. then?
Yeah, he played in Allen Iverson in Philadelphia.
After he left Golden State, did he go back to the 76ers for a little or no? You don't know. Because
After he left Golden State, I want to say he retired. I want to say he retired. Actually, okay. I, he left Golden State 1 year, and then I think he went to like Miami or whatever. I don't know if he finished the season out there or if they like cut him, released him. I don't know what it was, but then he ended up going back to Golden State to finish his career out, and he just retired like a couple years ago now.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's he played 19 years in the league. I
Yeah, he played really long. He had a great career. That's what I'm saying. So the fact that Golden State is retiring his jersey, that says a lot. Like it's well deserved. He was by far a big piece of their team. So I don't know if they would have had as much success that they had if it wasn't for him. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like he was one of the star players you could say, or Steph or Clay. That always get all the or Kevin Durant when he was even there. They get all the headlines, but Iguodala was, he was a definitely an important piece of their team.
yeah, he was. That's cool. Yeah. Wow, he played 19 years.
19 years, bro. 19 years.
41. He was good. I
Yeah,
liked him. I like to watch him play.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, man. He was good. That was fun when they would play the Cavs in the finals though. In all seriousness.
I wish basketball was like that now, because that rivalry between the Cavs and the Warriors back then, that was good. Like, because you didn't know. Well, I feel like you did know that the Warriors were going to win, but it was still good basketball because LeBron and they had Kyrie and Kevin Love and the other team and stuff. So it was like the Cavs had a really good team as well. So I feel like basketball now is just like it's a little different. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I like to watch. All right, so football season, there's a couple games during the week I'll sit down and watch, but for the most part, I have it on as background, like background sounds, right? Like I'm like doing something around the house on the computer and like I don't give my full attention, but football season, there's always a couple games where I'm like I'll like really pay attention. But like
Yeah.
now that it's basketball season, I don't know. I don't it's just
I feel like I'm going to continue watching more college basketball until their season ends, and then by the time their season ends, that's when the NBA playoffs, should be starting up in a little bit. So then that's when I start, back watching the NBA like that. I'm not even sure if I'm going to watch All Star Weekend, to be honest with you.
oh, I don't like dude, the All-Star with every sport, it's ruined. It's so
It's
dumb.
ruined. It's ruined. I agree 100%, man. So it's just like I used to look forward to it when I was younger. Now that I'm older, it's just like I could care less. I know that's sad to say because I love sports, but it's just like I don't know what changed. Maybe I guess like the competition, like they don't play as hard, because I guess they're scared of getting hurt in the All Star game now, you know. Rather than back in the day, I feel like other players, really competed, and even with like the dunk contest. I feel like it used to be like really good back then. Like the top players or the best dunkers used to participate. Now it hasn't been the same, So it's just like okay. So that's why I feel like even with All Star Weekend, the ratings are going down with that as well.
Is,
So
is that this weekend, the All-Star weekend?
next weekend I think.
Next weekend. And
Yeah.
then wait, the Super Bowl is a week from
Or it
tomorrow.
might be the week. It might be the weekend after that. Then honestly, because yeah, you said the weekend or the Super Bowl is next weekend. So I think the All Star is like right after the Super Bowl.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Dude,
yeah.
and then before we end this, because we talk a little bit about everything sometimes, bro, in terms of world news, man, there's been some crazy stuff going on with helicopters. Like there was a helicopter the other day that ran into airplane that killed like 60 or 70 people.
I heard about that. I
And
heard about that.
there was like another plane crash that happened, um, that like people caught on fire and died. And then I guess what is it called? The airline Frontier, they had all their planes off and like they all got delayed around the US. And there were like last night, the airport was packed. There's a lot of like emergency landings flown out to Vegas. So I don't know. It's like I don't know what's going on with flying, but
Yeah,
it's
I
crazy.
don't know, man. I don't know. We keep saying it, man. The times that we're living in right now, it's a crazy time, and that's why it's so important to stay prayed up because you just never know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. You know what I mean? So, like we keep preaching, man. If you don't already have a relationship with Jesus Christ, I suggest you get one soon.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah, bro, for real. For real. Like I can't believe that happened.
it's
Literally.
scary, bro. And I saw like some of the pictures of the people that were on the flight. Like the kids and stuff. It's heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, there was some sports, there was like a young sports team.
Yeah, I want to say it was like a skating, like ice skating or something. It was something like that. I felt like that I saw, and it's just like it's so sad, bro. It's so sad. That's why, like, for me, I don't know how it is for you. Like, I don't even like to watch the news because I feel like the news is just all like negativity. It promotes like all negativity. I don't try to like associate myself with that like that as much, But like you still could get it, like said on social media, little things like that, as well. So it's just so hard, to no, no, man. It's hard, hearing about certain things, what's going on, especially when things that don't even make any sense is happening like that. It said, back to back planes, like two planes like that, and it's like, what are the chances of that? You know what I mean? It's just like I know you're not supposed to question God or anything like that, but it's just like when things like that happen, you can't help but to ask like why, like what did they do to deserve that, or like you know what I mean? Just certain things that comes to your mind.
Yeah, for sure. Those are tough questions, man.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah. But
like
I know everybody got a end date, so unfortunately. But yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely did hear that world news, man. Like I said, it's devastating. My prayers go out to, all the families, everybody that's, in it, so I can't imagine.
yeah, man. Me too. Prayers go out to everybody affected. I think it's a good reason, like you said, to stay prayed up. Just stay prayed up. You never know. You never know what can
Never
happen.
know. Never know, bro. I know, like I said, like we were talking about a little bit earlier, like far as me, like every time I try to plan certain things, it never happens. It never goes as planned, and that's because at the end of the day, God has a plan for every one of our lives. So if we could just learn to, just continue to trust Him and just follow Him, then it'll make everything so much easier for all of us.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Well, man, Jamal, I think it's been a pretty good episode. It's good to be back. Um, Getting back on that regular schedule, these podcasts. I think we both had a very busy week. Um, there's a lot talked about today. I don't know. It just makes sense to maybe end talking about with all the crazy stuff happening, everything's a good reason why to just stay prayed up for yourself and for your loved ones and for other people. And then obviously whatever's blocking you from being that best version of yourself, figure it out and just be mindful about it. Keep your mind sharp. Those were some of the takeaways that I had.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Same here, man.
Well, everybody, it's Saturday. It's February 1st, a brand new month. If you failed your New Year's resolutions, it's okay. You don't have to have a new year to start a new goal. Just start the month off right. It's the shortest month of the year. Pick a simple goal and get after it. Let's go. Let's build some momentum, become closer to being the best version of yourself. Um, Stay prayed up every day.
Every day.
Sir. All right. Well, hope everybody has a good, safe weekend. And Jamal, thanks for hopping on, bro.
Oh man, anytime. I appreciate you having me.
For sure.